Science explains a lot, from atoms to galaxies, from bacteria to artificial intelligence. But even with all the knowledge we've gathered over the centuries, some things remain unexplained. Today, you're going to discover 10 mysteries that science still hasn't cracked. Some defy logic, others seem straight out of a sci-fi movie, and they all have one thing in common: they keep scientists in the dark. Get ready, because number 7 will leave you with more questions than answers. 1. The Taos hum. Imagine living in a town where a constant humming bothers part of the population, but no one can figure out where it's coming from. That's what happens in Taos, New Mexico, USA. Since the 1990s, residents have reported hearing a low sound, like a distant truck engine, 24 hours a day. But the weirdest part, only about 2% of the population can hear it. They've tried measuring the sound with audio equipment, detecting vibrations, tracing sources, nothing. To this day, no one has been able to explain what causes the Taos hum. Theories range from underground sound waves to mass hallucination, but none have been proven. 2. The placebo effect. Have you ever heard of patients getting better from illnesses by taking sugar or flour pills, thinking they're real medicine? That's the placebo effect. And it really works in many cases, even with fake surgeries. Science recognizes the placebo effect as real, but still doesn't fully understand how it works. How can simply believing cause physical reactions in the body? Some studies suggest the brain releases chemicals when it believes it's being treated, but the mechanisms remain a big mystery. 3. Human consciousness. You know you're alive. You know you're listening to this video. But what exactly is consciousness? How do atoms, cells, and neurons create something as subjective as the conscious mind? Science has mapped brain parts responsible for emotions, decisions, language. But the phenomenon of being conscious, of feeling the self, is still completely unexplained. Called the hard problem of consciousness, it's one of modern neuroscience's biggest puzzles, and it may remain so for a long time. 4. The dark matter paradox. Did you know everything we can see in the universe is only about 5% of what actually exists? The other 95% is made up of dark matter and dark energy, substances science believes exist, but has never seen directly. Dark matter doesn't emit light, reflect, or absorb radiation, but it affects gravity in galaxies. Without it, galaxies would fall apart. Modern physics depends on it to make sense. But until now, no one knows what it really is. 5. The Voynich manuscript. Imagine an ancient handwritten book with strange diagrams and illustrations of plants that don't exist, written in a language no linguist or cryptographer has been able to decode. That's the Voynich manuscript, dated from the 15th century. The manuscript is at Yale University, has been analyzed by experts worldwide, and remains undeciphered. Some think it's an elaborate code, others say it's just an old prank. But if it's a fake, it's the most sophisticated ever made. 6. Déjà vu. Have you ever had the feeling that you've lived that exact situation before? That's the famous déjà vu. Almost everyone has experienced it, and science has tried various explanations: short-term memory glitches, brain lapses, duplicate image processing. But none of these theories are conclusive. To this day, no one really knows what causes déjà vu. And more, there are different types, like déjà vécu, déjà senti, déjà visité. Is it just a brain glitch, or is there something more? 7. Animal intuition before disasters: earthquakes, tsunamis, eruptions. Before any seismograph detects signals, animals seem to know something is about to happen. They get restless, flee in groups, change behavior. This has been observed in many disasters worldwide, including the 2004 tsunami, when elephants and birds moved to safe areas minutes before the tragedy. But how do they know? Some scientists believe they sense vibrations in the ground or changes in atmospheric pressure. But no explanation has been proven. It's as if they have a sixth sense science still doesn't understand. 8. Dreams. You sleep, close your eyes, and your brain creates a whole world with stories, characters, colors, emotions. But why do we dream? What exactly is a dream? Science already knows dreaming helps with memory consolidation and emotional regulation. But the details are still unclear. Why are some dreams so vivid? Why do we dream about random things? And why do they sometimes feel as real as life? Lots of answers, few certainties. 9. The Naga fireballs. In Thailand, every year between October and November, a phenomenon called the Naga fireballs happens. Hundreds of glowing spheres rise from the Mekong River, with no visible source. Locals attribute the phenomenon to the Naga, a mythical serpent. But the fact is, the phenomenon is real and recorded on video, and to this day there's no definitive scientific explanation. Some say it's flammable natural gas, but tests were inconclusive. Others say it's pure folklore. But how to explain the recordings? 10. The origin of the universe and what was before. Science has a theory: the Big Bang, a point of infinite energy that expanded, giving rise to space, time, and everything that exists. But the question no one can answer is, what was there before the Big Bang? How did time begin? Where did the initial energy come from? Modern physics can't cross that boundary. It's like at point zero, logic stops existing. And maybe we'll never know the answer. Science is amazing. It took us to the moon, created vaccines, decoded the human genome. But even so, the universe still holds its secrets. And maybe part of the beauty is right there, in accepting that not everything needs to be explained. If you like mysteries like these, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment which of these phenomena intrigues you the most. Or better yet, what other mystery do you think science will never be able to explain? See you in the next video. And remember, doubt is also part of knowledge.